how we live our lives off duty does make an impact in how we show up at work. Do you think doing that like whole like singing journey that you've just been on helped you in any way?
I've been a professional for most of my life. So to have done that was to be incredibly vulnerable.
Yes.
To do something new. So I think just like having that feeling again was really important. And I also really believe that each of us is better at work, at home, when we do our own work. And much of the songwriter's journey, actually, it's also a healing journey. So it was yet just another way for me to put words to my own experience and then to sing them out loud and hopefully to, release some of whatever needed to be released.
Hey there, and welcome to Impact After Hours, where Changemakers sign off from work and log into life. I'm Camille Lorente, CEO and co-founder of Hueman Group Media and your host. Today, I'm excited to find out what Natasha Tuck, Director of Sustainability and ESG at Dolby Laboratories, is really like off-duty. If you work in sustainability, you know that ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance. But in Natasha's case, it means excellence, self-starter, and game changer. With over 25 years in the field, she helped turn VMware into a certified carbon neutral company. And these days, she is making sure that Dolby Laboratories reaches carbon neutrality by 2030. No big deal, right? So what does someone with that kind of responsibility do when they're not on the clock? It's time to find out. Natasha, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Camille.
What, of course, we failed to mention is on top of or in spite of all your responsibilities of, you being the director of sustainability and ESG at Dolby, is that you have a passion for singing and that you actually have 2 songs that are on Spotify. I want to know, first of all, like how and, when did you start singing?
All right. Well, I started singing when I was very young. In the shower, in the shower,
car, like many of us.
Right, like many of us. Probably in the car was big time. And I will say one of the things that I do credit my mother with is that she never stopped me in the car. She loved it. She just loved it. She thought it was great. She let me do it. And I have a twin brother who did not like it as much, and he would try to shut me down, and she would say, When someone's singing, we let them go. So anyway, so I've always loved to sing, but I'd never sung outside of the car or outside of the shower. And then eventually, several years ago now, I just went on this sort of voice exploration personally, right? Like was also wanting to strengthen my voice in many different arenas.
I see.
In relationship, at work, and then singing. So I started taking voice lessons several years ago. And then I happened upon an amazing group. There are 2 brothers called the Brothers Corin.
Okay.
I highly recommend them. And they do songwriting workshops. And I actually went to them and said, hey, I don't want to write a song. I just like to sing. And they said, we think everybody has at least one song in them. So they kind of persuaded me to join their songwriter's journey. And they help you create, they just kind of,
yes,
they have a program and it was like, oh my God, they actually helped me to develop lyrics, to come up, basically you come up with a song title kind of first and then kind of goes from there. They give you weekly assignments, that kind of thing.
We have a working theory at Impact After Hours, which is, we've chosen this profession, right? Social impact. So you and I, we work with nonprofit organizations or purpose-driven companies, but how we live our lives off duty does make an impact in how we show up at work. Do you think doing that whole singing journey that you've just been on helped you in any way?
Yeah, what I would say is, one, it put me out of my comfort zone. And I've been a professional for most of my life. So to have done that was to be incredibly vulnerable.
Yes.
To do something new. So I think just like having that feeling again was really important. And I also really believe that each of us is better at work, at home, when we do our own work. And much of the songwriter's journey, actually, it's also a healing journey. So I've been on my own sort of personal healing journey for years, big fan of therapy, all kinds of things. But it was sort of a continuation of that, but like a different flavor.
Yes.
So it was yet just another way for me to put words to my own experience and then to sing them out loud.
Definitely.
And hopefully to, release some of whatever needed to be released.
So we had Afdel Aziz, who is the chief purpose officer at an organization called Conspiracy of Love. And he also talked to us about releasing a pop album at 51 years old. He decided that he had something to say and it was a love letter to his family. And so we talked a little bit about that. But I think one thing that I have observed is that really it does positively impact us as these professionals or these change makers, if you will, when we lean into some of these creative outlets.
Yes.
So on that note, do you have any advice for people who are listening who may be discovering these interests that are not necessarily related to their social impact work, let's say, but they are hesitating because maybe they feel like they don't have the time to do it, or they feel like, oh, I'm on this solid path, and that might be a distraction?
I think, first of all, I would say definitely just do it. I think creativity it's so important. And again, like as a professional for most of my life, and I'm saying like professional in sort of the corporate world, creativity it's just not always around. There aren't tons of opportunities. At least we don't think of it mostly in that way, right? Or frame our work in that way. We should, I would argue, and keep trying to. But
yes.
So for me, actually, when I started doing more creative things on my own at home as my own hobbies, it was during COVID. And I started following this meditation teacher, Emily Fletcher. And she just kind of put this out there that it should be the May of making. So she kind of encouraged everybody to just create something, whatever.
Yes.
And I started crocheting and I loved it. So I've started crocheting, I've started coloring, and then I've did the singing. And yeah, I think that we all deserve, and we're creative humans.
Yeah.
And we have so many different facets that one at work is, they say you want to bring your whole self, but
yes,
come on now. You can't do that every day at work always. So when I met you, I had this sense that you were a free spirit, Natasha. Is that a fair assumption? Like you like trying things. So the reason why we're here is that we want to play. And we want to start off with a lightning round of seemingly random questions. Are you ready to play? Yes.
Would you rather travel 10 years into the future or 10 years in the past?
In the future.
Why?
Well, one, I'm divorced. So
okay, so you wanna fast forward 10 years from now because elaborate.
Because 10 years ago was rough.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah. I just read something about aging and how I don't remember the quote exactly, but it was about becoming wiser, right? And also becoming more yourself. I think it was David Bowie, actually, a quote from David Bowie about aging is about just like realizing who you are and becoming more true to who you are. So in 10 years, yeah.
I wonder though if we really did have that power, like how would we act now, right? Like if you can actually see into the future. I don't know. That's just maybe an interesting thought because you brought it up.
And we spend a lot of time in the past.
Yes.
I love your idea, right? Like, can we What if we spent more time in the future?
Right? We dwell on things that already happened that we can't change.
That's right.
I'm being philosophical. I'm not usually, that kind of like introspective or something, but you're making me do it, Natasha. Okay. What is the last thing you ate, you meal that you had that made you say, damn, that was good?
It was my birthday recently, and I went to dinner at, oh my goodness, here in San Francisco.
Okay.
Oh God, I got to give them a plug, but I can't. Oh yeah. Penny Roma. Penny Roma.
Penny Roma, okay.
Yeah, it's an Italian restaurant. And I just remember like eating the salad.
Okay.
And just going, oh my God, so good. Like every flavor. I like flavor.
Yes. Yeah.
Who doesn't? But
me too. Who doesn't?
We love flavor.
No, but it's interesting because like you said, a salad, right? My husband and I love watching like Top Chef or like some of these cooking show competitions. And the more simple something is, the harder it is to make it really good.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Or it's more surprising, right?
Yes.
It's a little more surprising.
Yeah. Like, how can you make a salad like so good? If you can, then you must be like, I don't know, doing something great.
Yeah.
Did you or would you go to your high school reunion?
Yes, for sure.
Have you gone to a school reunion?
No, and here's why. Because I grew up in a lot of different places. And I spent my teenage years in 4 different countries. And I graduated in front of the Giza pyramids in Cairo, Egypt.
Wow.
And I have I not seen any of those people since.
You would love to see what your classmates are up to, what they're like now, like years later.
Yeah.
Which of these dance styles do you think would be the easiest for you to learn? Breakdancing, ballet, the tango, or tap?
That's a great question. So I've taken 3 of those.
Which ones?
Well, I took hip hop when I was younger. I wouldn't say I did breakdancing exactly right, but hip hop.
Okay.
I did ballet when I was young, when I was really young, like, 8 years old.
Yeah.
For many years. And then tango. I tried in my 20s, and tango so I consider myself a dancer. I love to dance.
Yes.
And I did assume that I could kind of pick up, anything. Mm-hmm. Tango is hard.
Tango is hard.
Tango is hard. Yeah.
It looks hard.
It's hard. It's a little awkward. It's amazing. And if you can follow, okay, that's the key. If you can follow and you got a good leader, it's doable, but it's really challenging. Yeah.
Is it, when you say leader, is it like your dance partner or?
Yeah, your dance partner.
Your dance partner. Huh.
Yeah. Tap would be amazing. I've never tried tap.
So, but out of the 3 that you've done, where do you think you shine the most?
Oh, I love probably hip hop. Just like I love kind of club dancing, and yeah. Not that I go out to clubs anymore, but I do love dancing.
Okay, final question for this round. Who is the funniest person in your family?
In my family? Oh, I got it. Okay. Definitely my cousin Tanya.
Why is Tanya funny? Why is your cousin Tanya funny?
Tanya is wicked funny. I can't even. She's like crazy. She's so funny. She should have been a comedian because it's just so natural, and she's so quick, and I can't even explain it, and I won't even attempt to try
to like explain the humor because it's just natural, right?
Yeah.
It just comes naturally to Tanya. But like, isn't it cool to have like people like that in your life?
Yes, totally.
I mean, yes, we do, watch shows or movies, that make us laugh and like that have like that comedic relief. But when you're around those people, I mean, that's even better.
Yes. I often think of one boyfriend that I had.
Okay.
Who I never should have been with. I mean, who I shouldn't have. Meaning I did the right thing. I don't think we were meant to be together.
Yes.
But fast forward, decades. And I look back and I go, I think that was the funniest man I ever met. And he was funny. And that was amazing. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, really funny. Yeah.
That's interesting. So let's camp out here just for like a sec, because I know that when for those of you who are listening or watching us and you're just like in the dating kind of like stage of your life, and humor is a big part of relationships. Like I feel like if your partner could, bring some levity into your life, because life can be hard, right? Like that's a huge, it's a plus.
It's huge for most people. And then also you realize people's sense of humor, or I don't know if it's people's senses of humor, but it like every sense of humor isn't the same, right?
Yes.
So it really depends. And I really appreciate when I hear my sense of humor like reflected back at me or shared.
Okay, but also just to raise the fact that even if you said your ex-boyfriend had like this great sense of humor, you still didn't end up together. So let's there's other factors.
There are other
for
factors.
Relationships. Yes.
There are other factors, unfortunately. But yes, there are.
Okay, so we talked about singing, dancing. I'm curious to know if you could be a member of any musical group that you love or know. Which one would you join?
Oh, Camille, that's a really hard question.
We're stumping our guests in a good way.
Yeah, I'm gonna go two routes. I gotta say two.
Okay.
See, she's not a band, but
it's fine.
I love Adele.
Okay.
I love Adele. So
backup singer of Adele?
Maybe backup singer. Okay. And then I grew up with Madonna. So maybe there's three. So Madonna was like, if I could have been another person in my lifetime, it would have been Madonna.
Uh-huh.
And then on the other hand, I don't know if you know Rising Appalachia.
No.
They're a little bit lesser known. They might be considered folk. I don't love that title. They're badass and funky and groovy and earthy.
Uh-huh.
And those women, they can perform.
Okay.
So if they wanted me to be with them, that'd be amazing.
All right. So two solo artists, and is the last one like a band or like a group of singers?
It's a group. It is really two sisters.
Okay. If you are looking for a third one.
Yeah.
Please, Natasha is available. Listen to her songs on Spotify. Also, okay, who is your favorite actor, Natasha? And what is your favorite role of theirs?
This changes over your lifetime.
First person that comes to mind.
Well, I had such a mad crush on Johnny Depp for forever, right? So but not today so much.
Okay.
He's gotten, he's a little out there.
Yeah.
Still pretty, but I'm a big Timothée Chalamet fan.
All right. Very current.
Yeah. I love him.
What, out of the many roles that Mr. Chalamet has done, what is your favorite?
It might be Call Me By Your... He's done Call Me By Your Name.
Yes.
Beautiful. And he was also in, this is a heavy one, but it's called A Beautiful Boy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. With Steve Carell, yeah.
He's just so good. And then his outfits, I mean, he's amazing.
So we live in New York, and sometimes when we're in Manhattan, so he went to this high school in Manhattan called LaGuardia High School. And we know this because my niece also goes to like a theater, like, a school with a theater program. And, I'm very familiar with that school. And I know that that's where he graduated from because of my niece. And so whenever we pass by that high school, I'm like, oh, that's where Timothée Chalamet graduated from.
Oh my God, that's
like
so
literally,
cool.
I guess like when you're in school, like you don't know, maybe like you're sitting next to a future like celebrity or something.
Yes.
So is there a tradition from your childhood that you still do today? Anything that you remember from when you were young that you feel like, you've kept on?
Yeah, I remember the holidays at my grandparents' house, kind of the usual Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of anything else. I mean, the other thing is that I have a twin brother.
Yes.
And we were born on my mother's birthday.
Oh my gosh.
So in our family, like that day was obviously special, but also not special because it was
Yes,
because it was the same for all of us.
I know. So I have, maybe cousins or relatives who are, let's say, born on like a big holiday. I feel kind of, it's good, but also like, I'm glad it's not me.
Yeah,
right?
It's rough.
I think
it's rough.
Or especially when you're younger, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't get that like solo, like birthday moment.
You don't. I don't think you do. Yeah.
But have you started any tradition, like a tradition with your kids?
Yeah. So
or with your son?
With my son. I one tradition that we have now is he usually has this week off in February.
Mm-hmm.
And I have dear friends who are neighbors who invited us to their family condo in Vail years ago.
Uh-huh.
And I had never been to Vail, but we took them up on it because we like skiing and I snowboard. He skis. And now we've been there every year for, I don't know, 6 or 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's super sweet. We both love it. And you go and you're there and there's no work, there's nothing. You're just there at the mountain all day.
That sounds like an awesome time.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Natasha, we have come to the end of our conversation. And I do need to ask you what your go-to after-hours media is. What have you been watching, reading, or listening to lately?
Okay, well, I do listen to a fair amount of podcasts.
Okay.
I'm a big Rich Roll fan.
Okay.
And I like the long style.
Huh.
Yeah, it has a name, long format podcast.
Long form, conversation. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they're long, but they're really awesome because they go really deep and they kind of they wander also, which I just appreciate. And when there's two people there having a nice conversation, it's just really fun. So I do that. I kind of have that on the background. And then I do consume some media on, the TV. And I'll say I recently started, I had not done it, but I'm into Game of Thrones.
All right.
I hadn't watched any of it before.
I think hopefully GOT fans are not listening and coming at me. 8 seasons, I think, is where it all ended. How are you in the first?
I'm probably season 3.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm early days still.
Early days.
But it's really fun. It's
I think it's one of those two where if you're such a fan of these types of shows, and if you could watch it for the first time, forget that the plot and what's going to happen, and then get into it, what you're doing now. Yeah, I think you're alone though.
I knew nothing. I knew nothing.
Okay. For those of you, I think Natasha dropped us a line, a very famous line. But do you feel are you watching it with your son at all, or just by yourself?
No, it's too gory. Oh my God. And no wonder everybody loved it. Okay, Camille, I'm going to say it. The whole season 1 is about, no, I don't think a woman has a top on.
Oh my gosh.
All of season 1.
You're discovering that just now, 2025. Okay.
Don't hold it against me.
I won't. I mean, maybe some people haven't seen it.
I mean, clearly, Camille.
Yes.
Some people hadn't seen it.
Yeah, because you are literally just kind of revealing that, you didn't know that was a regular thing.
Nope.
To see on the show.
Nope.
It's a lot of nudity. Nudity, violence.
Yeah, gore. But love stories. I'm just, I'm a romantic at heart. Jon Snow. Oh, I love Jon Snow.
Oh my gosh, Jon Snow.
Jon Snow.
Yeah. It's interesting talking about this now because there was a point in time, I don't know when the last season came out, but Jon Snow was on everyone's vocabulary.
Was it?
Yeah.
Everybody likes him?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Not just me.
Not just you. Sorry to break that to you. Is there anything that you're reading?
Yes, I do read. I promise. What am I reading? I just started. I'm behind on this one too. Hello, Beautiful.
Is that?
You'd recognize the cover. It's fiction.
Okay.
It's a beautiful cover. I just started it. It's about William, a guy who meets this woman when they're young. And then I think she has this big Italian family. And it's a fictional drama. It gets amazing reviews. Everybody loves it.
Okay.
I just started it.
And you feel like it's more on the like light side in terms of like the plot line and, the genre.
It's sort of. It's not like a summer romance. It's not like that, or summer fiction.
It's not like that.
No. It's a little bit more rich.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
Natasha, before we wrap up and let you go, is there anything that you want to share with our listeners? Anything big that's coming up for you, or just anything that's happening that we might want to watch out for?
No, I think I'd say just first of all, thank you, and I would encourage everybody, like, find your passion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Life is short, and bring it into work. I don't know, but find your passion and don't be shy about it. And let's all do what we love.
Uh-huh.
Like, we're going to be happier, and we're going to be nicer,
yes,
and more kind to everybody if we're doing something that we love. So I'm a big believer in love and doing what we can to spread it and be it. And yeah.
Thank you for that, Natasha. Great parting words. I hope anyone out there who is, scared or it's kind of like at the back of their heads, they want to pursue something that is outside of their like day job or their profession, go for it.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, Natasha. Thank you for hanging out with me, for joining me on Impact After Hours. I hope you had a great time as much as I did. And yeah, I'll see you soon.
Okay. Thanks, Camille.